Hello world! I'm your host Bunny and this is Awesomenauts. We are going to play Leon just to prove one simple fact that you can play him by being average and win everything. He is overpowered, we all know it. It's getting fixed on Friday apparently, but I'm not sure how big that so-called fix should be, as I'm told that during the console, since it was released on consoles, the game just has never been fixed. Now, this went a little bit too fast, so I'll tell you what happened. The first thing we're selecting is everything are the first 3 abilities that you can pick. So this can be played from level 1. Except for one thing, we're using Piggy Bank. This can be used later and have Money Tree instead, that's okay. But I started with Piggy Bank to take the tongue grab and the tongue extension, so I can do this. So I can pull them from far, far away without them doing anything. Now, this is the one of 2 abilities you need to play Leon very good. The second is his critting ability. We're just gonna kill Spitfire here. We're playing against bots apparently, but that's okay. It's pretty much the same results anyways. We are now just running back and forth and killing bots and trying to grab people into the turret as often as possible if anyone's gonna show up. We go back and we wait for a grab, and there it is. Now, Clunk is a little bit harder to take down, so we're not gonna have too much luck there, but we will get rid of him, and that is what we're aiming for right now. We just want to get rid of the opponents with... Okay, so killing them doesn't hurt. Well, it hurts them, but it doesn't hurt us. But still keep in mind, the main goal right now is to get money up as fast as possible, not to die. If you die, you don't get money as fast, and that's not a good idea. We want about, I think it's 270 solar, so we can open up the crit ability. That's all we want. Because after that one, and with the tongue, with extension, we're pretty much set to win the game without buying anything else. Now, I am going to buy other things as well, because it makes things easier. But a good player should be able to win with only those 3 purchases. That is tongue extension, and crit. Now, going up against Froggy G when you don't have the crit is never a good idea, because Froggy G has way too many defenses against everything and he can get away quickly. Anyways, we had roughly enough money, so that is still okay. We get about 30 solar on the way down here if you pick most of it. And that should be enough. We should also prove this. Let me buy a crit. We'll wait for the crit. And I want to show this bit that if you put... There we go, now I bought it, I can run at the same time. Let's tab again. If you look at the... Between the red and blue, as I'm holding my mouse over here, you can see there are abilities. Also, if you press the S and W, as in up and down keys, you can scroll through opponents and allies as well. And with that you can actually see what they have purchased. Not how many levels they purchased, but you can see what abilities. We're gonna be using that later on for maximum usage. This game is gonna be pretty quick, so I'm not gonna comment too much on it. We have Voltar and Clunk with us, so this is pretty much the optimal setup. We have a tank, we have a ganker, and we have a healer. And the opponents don't have anything of that. So, well, they have a Leon, but this Leon isn't the best Leon, as he decided to opt for stealth right away. You will also be noting that I do not use stealth at all with Leon, unless it's a long game and I don't have anything else to buy. Then I will both buy it and use it. The reason I don't use it is because I kind of feel like it's a little bit like cheating. And as you see, we just ravage everything that comes in the way right now. The reason I feel it's a little bit like cheating is because Leon can handle himself without stealth, without any issues, and there should never be any real problem. So, this is a short game, as you can see. We're at about 4 minutes in, and while I do just skip past here, I think it's about 4 minutes, something like that. So, very quick games if you play Leon right. We're gonna take Leon again. And as you see, we only have Piggy Bank outside of the first 3 abilities. And down we go. The other reason we're doing like this and just picking him quickly and skipping through everything is because of the timer. If people manage to get in before Leon, you are at a little bit of a disadvantage actually. Funny enough. And we buy tongue and length, because this first thing you want to do as Leon when you do this, here we can see Piano Sound hasn't landed yet, so we can't see what is bought. The first thing you want to do is pick up as much money as possible. The second, you want to be there before the opponent arrives, so you can grab him first and not have him wait for you. And this little bot goes well into... Piano Sound is coming after us. We grab some health, and do we get away? We get away. A little bit too optimistic there. And we can see he spotted Tongue, and he has both Piggy Bank and Money Tree, which puts him at a very big disadvantage because he starts off with money and he will be gaining money from us, but he's using up 2 of his 3 slots for miscellaneous abilities, which isn't very good for him. And down goes Drizzle. We still don't have our crit abilities, so we're not gonna go back. We have nothing to buy yet, even though we can spend it on speed and all that, but we're not gonna bother. So we can also see that our opponent Leon has apparently bought stealth as well. It's not gonna help him very much, because as I said, Leon is perfectly fine doing everything without stealth. That means that if you buy stealth early, you will be at a disadvantage, because I will be buying my... Down goes him. For some reason he decided to turret dive. Anyways, I don't even know. So what I'm saying is that if you buy stealth early as Leon, you're at a disadvantage, because the other Leon, if you have one, will be buying... sorry, I lost my train of thought. He will be buying offensive abilities instead, and stealth is very much a defensive ability. It lets you go into position and wait for things, but it doesn't do any damage, and if you're not doing damage early, you're not doing very much good. See, the reason I'm saying this is because everyone has low health at first, except Clunk, of course, but we don't like Clunk anyways. And if you have low health and a Leon with crit, like here, it's gonna take 3 strikes with crit to take anyone down, except Clunk. And possibly Durple, but no one plays Durple at the moment, so I don't even feel like I should mention him. I will also point out the fact that I am by no stretch of the imagination a good player. I'm ranked like 300 something. But I'm making this video because I want to point out how easy it is to play Leon if you play him right. And with Piano Sound here playing against us, we can also prove how horrible Leon is if you're playing wrong. So our big mistake here is that we're going up against Clunk on top. That's Leon's biggest nemesis, pretty much. He hard counters Clunk, so we're gonna go down instead. And we notice that everyone else is down, no one is on top, so we change our mind. And hopefully Clunk will stay down and we will get to play around here. Did I hit something there? Anyways, here comes Froggy G. We want to jump as soon as he goes too close, because he will be using that ability. Followed up by his tornado as usual. For some reason this Froggy G decided to not take the stun duration, which is the essential thing for Froggy G. I think that will be my next video, just point out how important it is for Froggy G to use it. And we apparently pulled Leon in stealth. He tries to attack and down he goes. I suspect that he was thinking that his Leon would be following up as well, but no such luck. So, tower we go, we have free roam. Again, the biggest thing with Leon isn't actually to kill others, it's to keep them away. Because Leon is perfectly capable of doing everything on his own. For some reason, Ronimo decided to give him AoE attacks right away, whereas everyone else has to spend 1 slot for their abilities to use it, which makes him incredibly powerful early and against bots. It also makes him very good in towers when people are hiding. That's why we want to push them back as fast as possible to the tower, so our bots survive. It's not as much as about killing them, because they will go down by themselves as soon as they try to get close. Like Leon here can't get close to me if he doesn't tower dive. I have Voltar on my side as well, so I have no idea why he would be attacking, but still. And the thing I think most people don't realize when it comes to Leon and playing a really good Leon is that Leon doesn't need to try to kill things. He has AoE attacks and he's very powerful as it is. And speed upgrade and silence? No, not silence now. More damage, more attack speed. Since we haven't been killed more than once yet, and once because we did something stupid, we don't need to buy health yet. we're looking at Piano Sound's abilities, and Leon just dives straight into us, which is always funny. As you see, just chasing after anyone with Leon and the crit ability will take them down very fast. So, again, don't pay too much attention to the opponent unless you have them running around behind you and trying to kill your bots. Focus on keeping your bots alive and the games will be quick. There's one thing to have a huge KD, kill death ratio, and killing 15 opponents and all that, but you can still lose, because if you only focus on killing people, you'll be running around and ignoring your bots. And that's pretty much the difference between playing a good Leon and playing a ganky Leon. I don't know. That's just my opinion, I suppose. But it works so far for me. Because, again, as soon as you can get into a tower with your melee, you can take down a lot of that tower quickly. As you can see here, we do 10 each attack to the towers and 38 crit. Which is amazing, because we have no reduction to damage against turrets, which everyone else has. I know a Leon is around here, so I'm gonna be a little bit careful. He has upgraded health, which means I probably shouldn't go against him, but a little bit of confusion, adding in a tongue. So as soon as I can jump up, hoping he would follow me, but he didn't, sadly. The other reason for a high KD ratio when it comes to Leon is the fact that he attacks so fast. So if you're in a group gank against 1 or 2 enemies, you will be getting the last hit 9 times out of 10, because you're just flailing around like a madman. Doesn't say too much about the character, except that he hits fast and he kill steals a lot. So we're pushing in. This game is taking a little bit longer, but that's mainly because we've had Clunk against us and everyone seems to be up top together. But I decided to stick to my lane, stick to what I know. Try to catch Lone Star again, and there's his bull. He tries to run. He doesn't get away. I should also point out that the setup with the first 3 abilities I've picked are not optimal at all for Leon. In no way are they the best ones. I only picked all 3 of them at first because I wanted to prove how easy it is to just use the standard setup. You need 2 abilities and that's it. Everything else is just added bonuses like slowing or leeching health or doing even more damage or attacking even faster or so forth. So now we have Lone Star guarding the mine, we go down on health, and here comes the other Leon. Should we save Voltar? No, we shouldn't. We teleport back to base, as I realize now I have 700 solar and 9-1. So what do? We add attack speed, more damage, and health to catch up with everyone else. Even though we haven't died yet, we have gone down very low, and we can see that everyone else has a lot more health than us. Most people will do this when they face off against a crit Leon. They will just go for health right away. And that's okay, as long as you can keep up and don't forget about having to do that. Can we catch Lone Star? He's a little bit optimistic. Runs into the bumper. And annoyingly tries to get away again. But no such luck. Let's go to the mine if Froggy G can keep away. I'm not sure if he has the stun duration yet, but I'm not going to say risks. Leon tries to backstab, I have crit, he doesn't apparently, so he dies. Well, he doesn't die, but he goes down. Froggy G dies on the other hand. And back to the mine, the mine shaft, which we still have no reduction in damage to, for whatever reason. We kill off Leon quickly, and that's GG. I have no idea why Leon would get full attack damage against turrets, but he does, and that is one of the reasons that he's insanely powerful. Yeah, of course, together with the fact that he crits like a madman. Anyways, let's jump on to the next game. My decision here is to play out 3 games in a row, just rematch, with same character, same build, and do them quickly, just to prove a point with them. I will be doing this with Froggy G as well, when we have the stun duration, just to prove that it's a little bit powerful. At least at lower levels. Not Leon powerful, but it's a good attack against Leon, which is always funny. So, while we buy our stuff, the same old piggy bank, tongue snatch, tongue stretcher. I wanted to point out that Leon does have one weakness, and that is Clunk. Pretty much Clunk and Froggy G actually. With a very good Froggy G, you need a very good Froggy G to handle it, but Clunk is probably the one that can take stealth again early, and there he disconnects out of the game, making it a huge advantage for them for some reason, because now our bots will only be attacking the Froggy G that is invulnerable and is standing there waiting to disconnect. So, Clunk. Why Clunk? Because Clunk has high health, which makes him survive long enough, and his bite in particular will gain the ability to snare people if done right, and has a very short cooldown. This means you can lock Leon down a whole lot. Obviously with stealth you can for some reason break out of it, but beyond that, if you can catch him outside of stealth or just when he's breaking stealth with a bite, he will be stuck, and self-destruct will usually take down Leons, because Leons tends to, just like me, not take the health upgrade very fast, which is what makes all the difference. So those are the two things you need for Leon at the moment. Some type of snare and a huge burst damage, and that's Clunk in a nutshell. You would say Durple Sork has the same, but his grid traps are usually easily avoidable, first of all. Second, they are not long enough until they're upgraded twice to actually let you go into turret mode and fire away your nuclear blast. The problem with that is the fact that as soon as you go into it and fire it away, Leon breaks out of it, or if you have upgraded long enough, Leon usually has the health upgrades and survives it, and stealth away right away. Which is what causes the big issues. So that's Clunk, pretty much the reason you have it. We will also be seeing in this game how powerful Voltar can be against Leon with one ability, and that is the blinding shots for his little drones. They're very short. I think it's like 1 second at most that you're blinded, but they keep firing at you and keep blinding you, so you can't see anything, and if Voltar starts jumping, you're pretty much gonna run around in the blind, not being able to do anything. We tried today to take down Voltar, but we haven't bought the crit yet. That's what we're waiting for still. We pull him out once again, and he gets away. Now we have a Yuri as well. Yuri is probably one of those characters that you need to be really good to play, but when you're really good, he's one of the better ones to play as well. I will be getting back to those on Thursday, I think, after Froggy G. Froggy G first, because he's one of those early characters that are easy to miss how to play him. So we're waiting, we have our 300 now, but we're pushing a tower at the same time, so I don't feel like moving away just yet. Down goes the tower, and there's the blinding, and there's Coco's stuff, and everything happens at once. We chase after Voltar. He gets away because I try to jump up and he doesn't. We have a Yuri with a slowing aura, which is this game's big enemy to me that I need to watch out for. The blinding isn't as horrible as the slow aura, because the slow aura will let Coco gank me, and that's my big horror right now, because Coco's energy ball does a lot of damage, 70 when upgraded, and I don't upgrade health very fast, so... Anyways, we have our crit now, so we can start pushing in. Coco is very keen on using that ball, as Coco's usually are, because that's Coco's only really good ability. I'm not sure why they would make Coco like that, but... Good Cocos are good, but they won't be doing too much. There's a slow aura that we try to get out of, because it affects our attack speed as well. And we can't see anything, which is... This is why Voltar is very good against Leon. The problem with Voltar players is that Voltar players usually run from Leon when they see him, even if they have the blinding. And that's actually the bad thing to do. What you want to do is jump. Just jump up, because as soon as I'm blinded and I jump, I can't see myself and I can't see anything else. The camera doesn't move up with you when you jump. That's seen here. Every time I jump, the camera just stays the same. So I need to land on another platform to make the camera go up, and if Voltar is just jumping and hovering in there and blinding me constantly, I can't see him. There's nothing I can do against that. Now we have Yuri trying to be very defensive and doing a rather good job at it as well, sadly. So we pull back and we're gonna, I think we're gonna try to clear the round so we get more bots, because on this map for some reason the bots go below and they jump up above, so you need to keep track behind them as well, making the lower lane quite useless on the other hand. Back, movement speed, health. The two things that Yuri has a problem with. He's low on damage and he has a slowing ability, so if I'm faster, I can get out of it faster. And jump up, get from behind, and now I can't see anything again as soon as I jump. I keep getting blinded. Somewhere someone died at some point, I'm not sure what happened. All I know is that this is the big problem with Voltar and why you would like to have someone like Froggy G with you to make... Froggy G is the one who nullifies that, because he can jump straight into the little drones with his splash dash ability, and it just kills them outright. Even if Voltar have explosive drones, they won't do anything to him. And there's the slow aura, very effective. I could have taken him, but I'm not going to take risks with Coco coming behind. They might block me in. Some health. Where did it go? Let's push the turret a little bit, forcing them to fall back. No, wait, they're pushing on the other direction. And it's blind and slow. I have no idea what's happening. Up I fly, I'm low on health, I'm lucky. That's what I am right now. So as you can see, this setup pretty much nullifies Leon's great abilities, but it also requires you to have both Yuri and Voltar at the same time to be very effective, which is... It's a little bit harsh to have two characters to counter one character, especially as those both are support characters. We push back, we manage to take them down low enough on health so we can push in again. They teleport out. Let's wait for our drones and push in. So what I want to say here is, even if I haven't gotten many kills at this point, there's another though, you will notice that we have been pushing constantly and we have never fallen behind in any way. We haven't been pushed back at all, and this is, I'd say it's mainly thanks to Leon in this case. Not to glorify myself too much, but Voltar has done a lot for it, and having Lone Star helps pushing as well, but Leon is the one who keeps pushing. With his crit he can nearly 1 to 2 hit every single bot he hits in an AoE, which makes him just take out the 2 bots at a time, constantly. So as long as I'm around with Leon, or a Leon is around with a crit, there's nothing you can do about it. Unless you have a really good pusher or another Leon who can drag me in towards their turrets. Those are pretty much the only 2 things that can be done against Leon at this point. We'll see what happens on Friday when the patch happens, if he gets nerfed in the way he should be, but somehow I suspect he won't be too much. Let's see, silence, no, more damage, a little bit of health. Let's push in and end this game, shall we? I think I've proven my point here that Leon is very simple to use. I'm only using one ability together with the crit. I'm only using tongue, no stealth whatsoever, and I don't see any point in using stealth. Leon is far too overpowered without stealth, and stealth just makes him better. So does slow and health drains and everything else he has that I'm not using. Let's see, low on health again, run back. That's one of the things you have to learn as an assassin that also differentiates you and some other Leons we saw earlier. The fact that if you're low on health, run back. Even if they're low on health, you're not there to kill them outright, you're there to push. We're here to kill bots and push lanes. Now, where did everyone else go? They apparently are standing with the bots, but doesn't stop me too much. And here I'm not taking my own advice, but since they are running away and I can just follow them, even if I'm low on health, I'm gonna do it because it pushes them further back and stops them from killing our bots. If they turn around, I will directly turn around and run away. Now I'm getting healed up and I trust Voltar to take care of us here, and there's the GG. I have been Bunny, this has been Leon the cheese-loving chameleon, and he's overpowered. We'll see you on Friday, I'll get back with an update. Now go forth and be OP.